I'm back. Hey guys, it's been kind of a minute, so I decided to kill two birds with one stone by having breakfast while filming this video. I am having some egg, ground turkey, and some tomato from my garden. This is tomato from my garden, and this is onion from my garden. So I figured I'd do a quick update of how things have been and where I've been and whatnot while I eat, which is not technically good manners, but it almost feels like this is the only time for me to film this video if I want to actually motivate myself to resuscitate my YouTube channel. So anyway, yeah, so for starters, thank you so much for those of you who started following my channel and kept following it even if I wasn't producing content, and for those of you who've been following my journey from the beginning, thank you for sticking around even though there's no content that's been coming through this year. So I guess to start, I am this actually tastes really good. Let's pretend we're having dinner together, because I'm not actually going to edit this video, just because that's the problem with YouTube. It's the editing. So I haven't posted because of that. I think I have so much footage, but the sort of trepidation or feeling of I cannot post this because it's not edited always impedes or comes in the way or gets in the way of me posting a video. So yeah, like I think I have so much footage. We have done a couple of trips so far that I filmed some stuff, I think, and I've just been filming my gardening, which is something that I've been really leaning into. It's kind of therapy for me right now, where I feel like if I don't go into the garden in the in the morning, I feel like I don't have a good day. And at this point, it's kind of like a chicken and egg thing, who knows, but point is, it really makes a difference in my life. And I have been gardening pretty consistently since the year before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit and I just kind of went straight into plant world. We lived in a condo at the time, and so I just bought a crazy amount of plants as a way to sort of have some type of nurturing therapy thing. I'd had a couple of miscarriages at the time, and so it really felt like it was what I needed at the time. So anyways, so since then I've pretty much been gardening very consistently, with the exception of last year when my son was born and I just kind of took the year off for the most part. Anyways, so gardening has been going really well. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I've been posting quite a number of videos in my progress with that out on Instagram. In general, I've been posting on Instagram certainly more than I post here. And yeah, so that's been a thing. And I think I'm going to do a separate video about my work, because I kind of posted a video that I quit my job and then I never gave an update how things went. But it's been going really well, thank God. But I've not yet had to kind of pitch myself for work. I've been kind of leaning on the networks that I've built over the last, I guess, 20 years. And yeah, those relationships are almost coming back to gift me work. And I shouldn't say gift me, because it's not like a handout. It's clearly work that I know how to do and is in my alley, but it just feels great that for these first couple of months of my business, I don't have to kind of market and like pitch and do that kind of thing if I don't want to. So far I've had, I want to say, 2 pretty big clients, and then I am for the first part of the year, and then now I have 2 more clients pretty sizable clients in the fall, or starting basically a month ago, into probably next year. So business has been going really well. And the only thing that I need to do is sort of refine my offerings. So to figure out what are the sort of projects that I'm going to say no to, rather than just saying yes to everything. I'm trying to get out of this whole scarcity mentality thing that I seem to have going on in general with my life, where I feel like I've just been hoarding things, both physical things, like in terms of, you know, I need to purge clothes and things. I've not gone shopping for clothes, but I just have a lot of clothes for what I need. I mean, my clothes are like a couple of years old at this point, but I just have too many of them, especially considering I don't go into the office anymore. But yeah, as an example, like I feel like that's a form of kind of hoarding, because if I don't need it, I shouldn't have it. So yeah, so I'm trying to declutter my life in terms of things, but also stop holding on to things that I don't need to hold on to, out of fear of needing them in the future. So I think in my mind it's like, oh no, I shouldn't get rid of that, because what if I need it tomorrow? It's like, well, if you do need it, you just get another one, or I don't know, it'll figure itself out. But yeah, so that applies with my work as well, where because I'm new in my business, I feel like I can't say no to anything, because if I say no, I have said no to two pretty big clients already, but in general, I feel so stressed out saying no, just because I feel like, oh my God, what if I don't get any work? So I'm trying to get out of that phase right now, because I don't want that. I don't want that. And then what else? Yeah, we've been doing good. My son is doing great. He's gonna be 2 this month, in a few weeks, and I can't believe it. Like, it just feels crazy that I have a 2-year-old. But he's doing really well. He's very, very physical in terms of, like, his gross motor skills are so amazing. Like, he climbs crazy things. Certainly for his age, sometimes people look at us like, you're letting your son climb that, but he really is comfortable with his physicality. And he's gonna be starting his actual bike next week, because a friend of mine is giving us bikes and everything. So he's gonna be starting on a big boy bike next week. He's been using this balance bike and he's been loving it. And what else? Yeah, the only thing is I'm kind of like, I thought by now he would have more words, like not more words, but more articulated words. So that's been an area where I'm surprised by. I mean, I'm not concerned or anything, because he does, you know, meet the milestones or whatever it is. But in my mind, I just thought he would have more clear speech when he's speaking. And I've noticed that that's sometimes frustrating him when he's not able to communicate what he needs. And he's speaking in his language or whatever version of language he's using. So that's been an area. But other than that, he's really, really doing great. He's a great eater. He's, in terms of sleeping, he's been sleeping pretty good now. Now that we've come back from trips and whatnot, which had been disrupting his sleep. So he's back in his room, sleeping through the night. And we actually just upgraded his bed to a big boy bed, because the other bed, I felt like the way he likes to jump and whatever, it was a little bit of a hazard. But we realized that the bed that we upgraded to is a little bit too high. Anyway, different story for a different day. But point is that he's doing really well. And then what else? Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. And I just want to get back to making more content on YouTube. I've received a couple of emails, and by couple I mean 3 emails, where people have asked me to do different types of videos, and I really appreciate people, like I appreciate people getting in touch and letting me know the type of content you like to see. Because sometimes I also struggle with that, like what content makes sense for me and what do people want to versus what do people want to see. I mean, in general, I think with my channel, I've kind of only done content that's basically documenting my life as it's unfolding or things that I'm focused on at the time. And so I've never really sort of been like, oh yeah, the trendy thing is this, so I'm going to do that video. So, but maybe that's the era I should move into. I don't know. Nonetheless, if you have topic ideas for me, just message me, and then if it makes sense, I'll definitely do it. One of the areas that I've received requests for is about my hair, and then I also got someone who sent a couple of questions about married life, interracial dating and marriage and that sort of thing. So far both those areas are fine for me to talk about. Like, I enjoy making content in those areas. So I'm gonna do that. And yeah, so I think my channel will basically be mostly like family stuff. And by family stuff, I'm not gonna be vlogging my family because that's not something I'm comfortable with, but I will be sharing different things that we're learning as a family. So whether it's marriage stuff or parenting kind of things, and then the other stuff will be hair stuff, because obviously I have microlocks. So with my hair right now, I don't really know what kind of content I can make about hair, but I definitely need to do a 2-year anniversary because my son's 2 and my hair is 2 as well, like at least the microlocks. And so I'm going to do a video about that, but I'll try and think of content, and if you have ideas about hair, I'd love to try out new things on my hair as it is. And then the other thing is, for sure, I think that I need to share my gardening content, because for the most part that is my life right now. Gardening, you know, home life. Like, so I spend a lot of time gardening. I spend a lot of time preserving stuff or cooking, or I recently started getting back into sewing. So that kind of stuff is what is the current thing happening in my life, and so you'll probably see videos like that as well. Anyways, let's see. Oh, the video is already 13 minutes long, so I'm probably just gonna end this video now. I don't think there's anything else that I'm missing, but I hope you guys are having a really good summer and that things are going okay for you. But and if they're not, like, I want to kind of encourage you guys to know that there's always a light that is, even though it's like difficult to see it at the end of the tunnel, it's there. I had a pretty rough 2020? Yeah, 2020. Like, that year was probably one of the worst years of my life. And it's like, I look around now and I think, oh my God, I can't believe I actually made it on the other side. Like, medically speaking, my life sucked. My you know, the world was crazy during that time as well, and there was just a lot going on, and you know, my mental health for sure was crap that time. So to think about where I was then and where I am now, it's just like, it honestly feels like night and day. That said, it's not like everything is perfect. It just means the only permanent thing in life is change. That's all I can say. So if you are going through something like that, feels like it's just not ending, just kind of hang in there and lean on your friends, or find community to support you through it, and it will be over at some point. And then, yeah, I just hope you're having a good summer and not too hot wherever in the world you are. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. I might post other content that I've pre-recorded, but I'll see. I haven't really looked at my memory card in a while, so I don't actually know what's on my memory card. But I know I have content. So until then, I hopefully will be posting more regularly, and feel free to let me know any other video ideas you might have for me. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.